The Grand Slam of North American Wild Sheep has been around since Grancel Fitz coined the phrase in 1947. Well, less than a decade later, the Grand Slam Club was founded by Bob Householder in 1956. The recipients here tonight prove the Grand Slam is as important today as it was to Grancel Fitz and Bob Householder in the beginning. We're breaking this large number of Grand Slammers into groups, beginning with the regular Grand Slammers, then archery Grand Slammers, lady Grand Slammers, and finishing up with multiple Grand Slammers. Tim Salisbury of Michigan completed Grand Slam number 1840 back in 2014, but this is the first opportunity he's had to be recognized for it at a GSCO convention. That final ram he needed was a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from British Columbia. Previously, Tim had taken an Alaska Doll ram in September 2009, a Sonora Desert Bighorn in November 2011, and a Yukon Fanted Sheep in August 2012. Grand Slam number 2276 was assigned to John Ed Steppen of Texas. John Ed began his quest back in August 2007 when he took a Doll ram in the Yukon. He waited 5 years before getting his stone ram in British Columbia in August 2012. In March 2020, John Ed hunted in Hermosillo, Mexico for his Desert Bighorn, and he closed the deal on his Grand Slam in October 2022. He hunted in Utah to get his California Bighorn at that time. Justin Schaefer of Alaska received Grand Slam number 2290 after he documented his August 2023 Gritstone sheep from the Cassiar Mountains of British Columbia. Justin's first ram toward his Grand Slam dates back to August 2017 when he hunted a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in Colorado. The Desert Bighorn was next on his list, taken in March 2020 in Sonora, Mexico. And Justin's three-quarter slam ram was his Doll from Alaska in August 2021. It's always notable when the Grand Slam list reaches a new plateau, and that happened when number 2300 was assigned to John Nielsen Jr. of Pennsylvania. He earned that number with a Bighorn taken in Alberta in October 2023. Previously, John had taken a Desert Ram in Sonora in January 2018 and 2 sheep during 2019, a Yukon Doll in August, and a British Columbia Stone in September. Grand Slam number 2302 was assigned to Tommy Vance of West Virginia. Tommy completed that slam in February 2024 with a Sonora Desert Bighorn. His three-quarter slam ram was an Alberta Bighorn taken in September 2022. Tommy got a stone sheep in British Columbia in September 2018, and his first ram was his Doll taken in NWT in 2016. Georgia's Robert Glass began his quest for Grand Slam number 2303 in 2017 with Alaska Doll sheep. The next year, he reached a half slam with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in Alberta. In September 2023, Robert journeyed to British Columbia for his stone ram, and he finished in February 2024 by taking a Mexicana Desert Bighorn in Sonora. Washington's Andy Kelso took 4 sheep in 4 different decades to earn Grand Slam number 2305. In 1999, he began with a California Bighorn in his home state. In 2003, Andy got his Doll ram in Alaska. In 2010, he hunted in British Columbia for his stone sheep, and Andy finished in February 2024 with a Mexicana Desert Bighorn. Longtime outfitter Marty Loring of British Columbia completed his own Grand Slam in March 2024 and received number 2306. That slam ram was a Mexicana Desert Bighorn. Marty had previously taken a California Bighorn way back in October 1995 and followed it with a BC Stone sheep in August 2004. His three-quarter slam ram was a Doll from NWT taken in July 2021. Chris Thice of Arizona got the 4th ram he needed for his Grand Slam number 2310 at the very beginning of the 2024 hunting season when he took a BC Stone in August of that year. He had previously documented a Colorado Rocky Mountain Bighorn and a Sonora Desert Bighorn, both taken in 2023. His Doll sheep dates all the way back to 1990, so it was a 34-year quest for Chris. Sean Whipple of Ohio completed Grand Slam number 2315 September 2024 with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Alberta. His three-quarter slam ram had been a Stone Cheap in BC in August 2022. John began his Grand Slam journey in 2018 with a Dahl ram from the Yukon, and in January 2020, he added a Sonora Desert Bighorn to his list. Utah's Clint Adams certainly made short work of his Grand Slam number 2316, completing it in just a little over 2 years. It began with a Sonora Desert Jeep in February 2022. In August of that same year, he traveled to Alaska for his Dahl ram. In August 2023, he reached three-quarter slam status with the British Columbia Stone Cheap. And then in September 2024, 2 years and 7 months after he began, Clint completed his slam with an Alberta Rocky Mountain Bighorn. John Pinch of Oregon began working on Grand Slam number 2318 in February 2017 when he took his Desert Sheep on Tiburon Island, Mexico. John's second ram was his Dahl Sheep, taken in NWT in July of 2022. He got both of his last two rams during August 2024. That was a BC Stone Sheep and a home state Oregon Rocky Mountain Bighorn. Jared Tyndall of Texas began working on Grand Slam number 2319 during the COVID pandemic, taking Alaska Dahl ram in August of 2020. He took a year off before getting back to his quest, and then took a Sonora Desert Bighorn in December of 2022. 8 months later, Jared went to British Columbia for his stone ram and completed his slam with a Bighorn from Washington in September 2024. Grand Slam number 2320 is assigned to Darren Millman of Ohio, who completed and his triple slam as well with the Rocky Mountain Bighorn in August of 2024. Darren had previously taken his Dahl Sheep in 2023. He has several desert rams, but his first was the Mexicana species he took in 2008. And finally, we have his Stone Sheep from 2001, taken in the Yukon. Jared Hemmert of Colorado took a Stone Sheep in British Columbia to complete his Grand Slam, number 2321. He began back in 2018 when he got a Nelsoni Desert Bighorn in Nevada. The next year, Jared went to Alaska, took his Dahl ram in August of 2019. He became a three-quarter slammer September 2021 with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Colorado. Grand Slam number 2322 is assigned to Justin Falatock of South Carolina. He began his quest in August 2018 with the British Columbia Stone Ram. Justin's Dahl came next, taken in the Yukon September 2021. A little over a year later, Justin made the trek to BC again for his California Bighorn in October 2022. And finally, his Grand Slam was completed in Sonora with the Desert Bighorn in March 2024. Robert M. Hall of Minnesota has done a lot of North American and international hunting, but right now we're talking about his Grand Slam number 2325. Robert's first North American ram was his 1990 Alaska Dahl Sheep. 5 years later, he hunted in British Columbia for his Stone Sheep, and just a year after that, he took his first Rocky Mountain Bighorn in Wyoming. Robert completed his Grand Slam with the Mexicana Desert Bighorn from Sonora in 2014. Grand Slam number 2326 was assigned to Angelo Baccarella of New York after he documented his September 2024 Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Alberta. Angelo began his quest in August of 2019 with the Dahl ram that he took in the Alaska Range. His Stone Sheep came from British Columbia in August 2022, and Angelo hunted in Chihuahua, Mexico for his Desert Bighorn in March 2014. Grand Slam number 2327 belongs to Joaquin Arizpe of Mexico. He completed his Grand Slam with the Rocky Mountain Bighorn from British Columbia in October 2024. He had been a three-quarter slammer since January 2020 when he took his Desert Bighorn in Mexico. Joaquin's two earlier sheep were a Dahl in 2015 and a Stone Sheep from the Yukon that he took back in 2017. Bryce Olson of Texas completed Grand Slam number 2328 in October 2023 with a California Bighorn that he took in British Columbia. The long road to that slam began back in August 2015 when Bryce hunted in the Northwest Territories for his Dahl ram. The Stone was next, and he accomplished that half slam gold in BC in August 2016. In April 2021, Rice sailed over to Carmen Island, Mexico to take his Desert Bighorn. Grand Slam number 2330 began for Mike Opitz of Washington in February 2018 when he got his Desert Bighorn out of the way in Coahuila, Mexico. Mike's other three sheep came along in consecutive years. He hunted in the Yukon Territory in 2021 for his Stone Sheep and again in 2022 for his Doll Sheep. Mike's fourth ram was his Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Alberta, taken in September 2023. Clint Baker of Nevada finished Grand Slam number 2331 in September 2024 with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Alberta. Clint had been a three-quarter slammer since August 2022 when he reached that level with a Yukon Stone Ram. His doll was taken in August of 2020 in Alaska, but it had been a long time since his first sheep. Clint's beginning ram was his Desert Bighorn, which he took in his home state of Nevada in November 2008. Will Dolinar of Wyoming started working on Grand Slam number 2332 back in October of 2009 when he took a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in his home state. He then put the Grand Slam idea aside for a while, getting back to it in February of 2021 with a Desert Sheep from Sonora, Mexico. In September of that same year, Will trekked up to the Yukon to take his Doll Sheep, and he finished his Grand Slam in September of 2024 with a Stone Sheep in British Columbia. It doesn't happen very often, but Chip Burks of Alabama got 3 of the 4 sheep for Grand Slam number 2334, all during 2020. His Desert from Sonora was first in January of that year. In August, Chip traveled to Alaska for his Doll Ram and hit the road for Colorado in October to get his Bighorn. But after such a rapid start, Chip then found himself in a holding pattern until August of 2023 when he finally made it to British Columbia and finished his Grand Slam with a Stone Sheep. Joe Schumacher of Colorado completed his Grand Slam number 2335 in October 2024 with a Desert Bighorn from Mexico. Joe's first ram was his Colorado Bighorn taken in October 2019. He reached three-quarter slam status in consecutive years. Joe went to the Yukon for his Doll Sheep in August of 2022 and then to British Columbia for his Stone Ram in August of 2023. We now turn our attention to Rob Holt of Washington, who is Grand Slammer number 2338. It was a decade-long journey for Rob, who began with his Doll Sheep from Alaska in August 2024 and finished with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn from British Columbia in October 2024. In between, Rob hunted in BC for his Stone Sheep in August 2018 and was in Sonora, Mexico for his Desert Bighorn in January 2023. It was a California Bighorn from Utah that completed Grand Slam number 2340 for Frank Fakovec of Texas in November 2024. Frank had been documenting his sheep with GSCO as he went along, beginning with his Desert Bighorn from Mexico in February of 2020. He managed to reach both the half slam and three-quarter slam mark during the month of August 2022, when he collected his Stone Sheep in British Columbia, and then 3 weeks later took his Doll in the Northwest Territories. John Pace of Arkansas is Grand Slammer number 2342. John got his Grand Slam journey off with a bang, taking 2 of the 4 rams during 2021. His Desert Bighorn came first on a hunt in Sonora in January. In November, John made the trip to Utah for his Rocky Mountain Bighorn. In August 2022, a British Columbia Stone Sheep put John at the three-quarter slam mark, and he finished his Grand Slam in September 2024 with the Doll Ram in the Mackenzie Mountains. Well, Grand Slam number 2344 belongs to Tom Kimball of West Virginia, who began that quest in September 2018 with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in Wyoming. He laid off the sheep hunting until August of 2023, when he took his Doll Sheep from Alaska and afterward got serious about finishing his slam. In August 2024, John went to British Columbia for a Stone Sheep, and number 4 was the Arizona Desert Bighorn John got in November 2024. Well, that concludes our Rifle Grand Slam Awards, but remember, we still have the Archery Grand Slams, Lady Grand Slams, and multiple Grand Slammers to go. Each year we recognize archery Grand Slams separately. Those slams have the regular Grand Slam documentation number, but they have an additional number representing an archery Grand Slam. To date, there have been only 91 documented archery Grand Slams. Vance McCullers of Florida began his journey toward Grand Slam number 2308 and archery Grand Slam number 89 in 2014 when he took his stone sheep. The very next year he got to the half slam mark with a Dall sheep. He then had to wait 4 years but finally got back in the game with a California Bighorn in 2019. Finally, his archery Grand Slam was complete after he took a Weemsee Desert Bighorn in 2020. Grand Slam number 2345 and archery Grand Slam number 91 was completed by Mike Hoppins of Wisconsin in late November 2024 with the Sonora Desert Bighorn. Mike's stone sheep was the beginning. That was taken in British Columbia in 2019. Next came his Alberta Rocky Mountain Bighorn in 2021, and Mike became a three-quarter archery slammer with the Northwest Territories Dall sheep in 2023. As with the archery Grand Slammers, we recognize Lady Grand Slammers separately. Those slams also have regular Grand Slam documentation numbers, with an additional number representing the sequence as a Lady Grand Slammer. Charlotte Catlin of Michigan holds Grand Slam number 2313 and Lady Grand Slam number 82, where sheep hunting began in 2022 with a Dall ram from Alaska. She added 2 more during the following year, taking a Desert Bighorn in Sonora in January 2023 and a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in Alberta in September. And she finished her Grand Slam with a stone ram from British Columbia in August 2024. When it comes to sheep hunting fever, some people accept the challenge to take multiple Grand Slams. Tonight, we have several people who have documented multiple Grand Slams to recognize. Well, you've already seen Mike Opitz of Washington earlier this evening with his Grand Slam number 2330. Well, Mike has also completed a second Grand Slam, which began with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in British Columbia in September 2016. He followed that one up with a Yukon Dall ram in September 2017. The final 2 rams Mike needed for his second slam were both taken during 2018. The Desert Bighorn was first in February, and then 6 months later he hunted in British Columbia for his second stone sheep. Corey Smith of North Dakota completed his first Grand Slam in 2018. He wasted no time in beginning work on his second Grand Slam, hunting in the Yukon for a fatted sheep in August 2019, and just a month later in Alberta for a Rocky Mountain Bighorn in September. Corey took his second Desert Bighorn in Sonora, Mexico in March 2020. His second Grand Slam was completed in August of 2022 with the Dall sheep from the Wrangell Mountains of Alaska. Well, Peter Velarde of New Jersey technically began working on his second Grand Slam even before he completed his first one in 2007. He took a Fannin ram in 2004 to count as his second stone sheep. He then went about it quite methodically, adding a second Rocky Mountain Bighorn from Idaho in 2011. He got his second Dall ram in 2014 and completed his second Grand Slam in March of 2021 with the Sonora Desert Bighorn from Mexico. Madeline Demoski of Colorado has completed her 5th Grand Slam with an August 2024 stone sheep from British Columbia. That 5th slam began with a Rocky Mountain Bighorn 2018 and a 2021 Dall ram. Maddie then got a Mexicana Desert Bighorn in early 2024 to put her within striking distance of her next Grand Slam. It's now time to recognize Maddie's dad, Jeff Demoski of Colorado, for completing his 13th Grand Slam with a November 2024 Rocky Mountain Bighorn from the Black Hills of South Dakota. Jeff reached the three-quarter mark toward that 13th slam in August 2024 with a Dall ram from NWT. And his 13th Desert Bighorn had come from Mexico in 2021, and Jeff's 13th stone sheep was taken in 2023. That completes all of our Grand Slam awards for this year. We'd now like to ask anyone who's ever achieved a Grand Slam to please stand and once again be recognized for achieving your Grand Slam milestone, and let's all welcome the 2025 Grand Slammers. Let's give them all a big round of applause.